Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I think you're waiting, and by now you might have already crafted your proposal. So I'm sorry that it took me a long time for this to make this video for your guide in writing your research proposal. So let me just give this to you. Um, Before I give you the format, I think what's important is the format and what I am expecting as your instructor from your work. So I think it's uh, the reporters, in all fairness to them, I have actually watched their discussion about research proposals. They were able to give elaborate discussion about how you can write a research proposal, and you can also find this in the last chapter. So that is in lesson 7.2 about research proposals. So you will learn, or you have known that about the different genres and the various different genres and how they're arranged, and that leads to developing your writing skills later on. So this proposal that I'm expecting from you is not as comprehensive as how you would do it in your thesis writing. So it's just a taste. I just want to have a taste of your writing skills, okay, specifically in your field. So how are you going to write your research proposal soon? Okay, so here in this presentation, I will only be laying down the format that I'm expecting from you, and also some details that some of you are asking me about, so I will just include them here. Okay, so how are you going to write your proposal? In terms of proposal writing, I think the reporters have laid down the 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 definition, even the process, the steps, so they were able to do that very well, and I commend them for that. Um, in your case, since you are now expected to produce this output, okay, what I'm expecting is, I guess we just have to follow the university format, okay, which is this one. I hope you can see it very well. So you have to include the title, and then you can write there an undergraduate proposal presented to our professor in COM 11. So this is specifically for COM 11, and then impartial fulfillment of the requirements for the degree of bachelor. So this will be filled out by you in relation to your course. So what is your course? Bachelor of may it be computer science, for example, okay, or Bachelor of Science in. So what is that? Then you have your name, your year level, and then the year. So this is 2022. This is what I'm expecting to see in your first page. And then in your second page, okay, so this is now your, you will be writing there your table of contents. Sorry, I wasn't able to include that here. But make sure to include your table of contents where you will you will lay down or list down the contents of your proposal. So of course you have your chapter one, that's your introduction. So this will be indicated also, the page of this page will also be indicated. So in under your chapter one, under your introduction, you will have talk about the nature and importance of your study. So it would be the background, um, it will be why. Okay, this is the why, right? Why you are conducting, and why is there a need for such proposal? Why is there a need for such study? Okay, so this proposal, as I've said, is just a taste of your writing skills. So in this is in relation to this is on the grounds of your specific field. That's why I have been telling those who are asking me if pwede ba na mauni siya ang topic, pwede kanila ang topic. So make sure that you are writing a proposal in relation to your specific field, your degree, your course. Okay? Para makarelate mo, and you know very well what you're writing kay you are following that course. Right. And then By the way, when you are writing your title, let's go back first here. So you will be including your title at the beginning. So in your title, make sure that you know your topic very well, and then because you have to craft some questions later on that will be in this part here. Okay, so you will be um, writing your objectives of the study, and the objectives of the study would be based on your research problem. What are you trying to find out? Okay, so what is the intention? What do you want to find out with your study? And then you can describe your concern. Okay, that will be in the introduction still. So why is that research of yours so essential? So that would be also, I think, yeah, it would be better to state that in the importance of the study there. And then you will also be including why that issue is significant and what problems do you see that still need to be addressed. So that will be covering your objectives of the study. And you'll also be including in the nature, okay, in the nature and importance of your study, the like what you understand about your topic. Okay, so the concept should start giving context. All right, so you have to give context to the subject area in which your study is based, and then it should also describe the theoretical or fundamental or realistic problems. So you can start with the bigger one, the general view, until you narrow it down to the specific context of your study. That's what we call funnel introduction. So we start with the big ideas or general ideas, and then to the specific ones. Okay, and then after that, you will also be including the scope and limitation, like what is the scope of your study. Are you going to include all the, for example, your um, let's say for example your respondents are second year students. Are you going to include all second year students in VSU, or are you only going to conduct a study on second year BS computer science, for example, or BS education, like that? So you have to lay it down here. So what is the coverage of your study? And then limitations. So what are your limitations? You're only limiting it to how many students, or you're, in terms of topic, you're only limiting it to the discussion of this one, or to not anymore further. Okay, like that. So diha na din siya i-lay down sa scope and limitation. So what is the boundary of your like the coverage only of your study? And then significance of the study, this is where you will lay down the importance, like sino-sino yung mga makikinabang sa findings ninyo, right? So for example, your study is about let's say we have reading comprehension. I think there's a lot of studies about that. Reading comprehension in education. So who will benefit if we know the reading comprehension of these students, like that? Okay, so mga ano ba, yung teachers ba, yung other students ba, researchers, or the curriculum developers, yung administration. So sino makikinabang, and then you have to discuss that, how they would benefit from your study. Okay, so that would be for your introduction. And then next chapter would be your review of related literature. So in conducting a study, you will not only be basing it on your own ideas, but you have to search also what is happening in the ground, like in the field. Let's say you are talking about reading comprehension, or you're talking about agriculture. I don't know what your courses are. So and I mean, I know your courses, but there are different courses in different sections. So depende siya sa course niyo. If your course is in computer engineering, let's say civil engineering, and then your proposal is about a certain I don't know what topics you are dealing with in your course. So you have to search for other related studies conducted also in that specific area, a specific topic. Okay, so you try to thematize that. Of course, it should be related lang talaga sa topic ninyo. Right? You try to have themes, and then you can group your the different studies you have searched, okay, in relation to your research, or in relation to your study, according to the concepts. So may mga different concepts kayo sa title ninyo, then you can separate all those related studies doon sa mga different contexts. Okay, so you would start with the most significant, and then the least one there. And then theoretical, sorry for the spelling, it's it's not theory, theoretical, um, RE yan, RE, and conceptual framework. So I just grabbed this from the outline given by the university. So I don't know, na screenshot ko lang yan, hindi ko na nakita. So yung theoretical framework, ito yung mga theories na basis nyo for your study in conducting your study. So what are some theories in reading comprehension? What are theories in I don't know what you are dealing with in civil engineering, in environmental science. So, kayo yung mas nakakaalam dyan. So, ano yung mga specific theories underlying your study? And then your conceptual framework, ito yung how you view your study. Okay? So, kailangan dito na ang diagram. Okay, dito sa conceptual framework kasi kailangan yung matrace, ma-show yung relationship ng mga variables ninyo in your study. Okay, so that's why there's a figure there, and you also have to discuss that. Alright, so that's chapter 3. And then chapter 4, methodology. So here you will talk about, please do some research dito kasi iba-iba kasi yung, depende kung qualitative or quantitative yung study ninyo. Kung qualitative, more on description kayo. May iba-ibang methods kasi dyan sa qualitative. So, depende sa gusto nyong tahakin in relation to your course. Kasi may mga courses like mathematics or physics, more on qualitative talaga kayo. So, andyan yung mga statistical tools, andyan yung, of course, andyan yung respondents of the study, data gathering procedure, data analysis. So, please include those. And then, yung ano nyo, design, anong ginamit nyo. So, hindi ko masyadong alam yung designs ng ibang courses. So, please do some research, try to look for some thesis or read some thesis. So, marami na yun. Thesis na ginawa ng mga former students sa course niyo. So, may mga thesis na nasa library, so you can just scan those. Okay, so you would know how or what are the different parts of areas or parts ng methodology na i-explain ninyo. Okay, depende din sa study ninyo if it's qualitative or quantitative. Quantitative, more on may gagamitin kayo mga statistical tools talaga, mga tests. Okay, so ito yung format, ito yung content lang ng proposal. So, until methodology na tayo kasi it's not full-blown. I'm not asking you to conduct it. So, it's just more on, giving me a view of what you will be doing in the future. And, well, it's also a taste of your writing skills in relation or on the grounds of your specific field. Right, so, in summary, so ito yun, introduction, at may apat kayo dyan. Review of related literature, ito yung pangalawa. So the second chapter, third chapter is theoretical and conceptual framework. So you have there your theoretical framework, the underlying theories. Depende yan sa mga concepts ng study ninyo. So if you are dealing with, for example, I have here thesis, common errors in the written Filipino composition of certain students in a certain school. So errors. So, ano yung mga theories about errors? And then, ano yung mga theories about compositions? Yan. So, baka may gagawing error analysis dyan. So, you can also include that. So, ito yung sa sample. Pero I'm not sure kung sa field ninyo, ano yung mga concepts, hindi ako masyadong familiar doon. So, please identify the concepts in your study, and then you can look for the underlying theories of those concepts. Okay? Kasi importante na alam nyo yung mga nasabi ng mga naunang kumbaga proponents. Okay? So those are people who have conducted a lot of studies in your field. So you have to base your research, your studies sa mga findings na nila kasi they have done so many studies already about that. So it's making our papers scholarly. So it's not only based on what we do, what we think. It's not only our opinion, but we have to also look into the existing theories and literature in relation to our study. And then conceptual framework, and then you have there the methodology. Okay? So ito yung gusto kong makita, and as I've said, hindi siya as comprehensive as how you will do it like a thesis presentation or thesis manuscript, kasi yun parang yun yung culmination of what you have learned from your 4 years here in VSU. So ito is just a taste for me of your writing skills. And then other matters, so details. May mga nagtatanong sa akin kung ano yung font style and so on. So ito, actually, I'm not requiring you. Hindi ako masyado specific talaga sa details. As long as I can see talaga how you write, that's what's important for me. But I think it's also important to have standard and to follow the standard format. So font style is Times New Roman, and then font size is 12. It's actually the usual. And then margin, 1 inch all sides. So this is, I think, normal kung titingnan nyo sa Microsoft Word. And then paper size is A4. Actually, we've been used to using letter size, pero ngayon, since we are following ISO format, so we are asked to use A4 in all our papers, so A4. Then final output format, so please have your manuscript in PDF form, kasi baka may mga layout na ma-change if I open it with the version, Microsoft Word version sa laptop ko. So baka ma-change yung layout ninyo. So to be safe, I would prefer you to submit PDF, even yung sa mga answers ninyo sa assessments. So please have everything in PDF form. Anyways, I will not be editing that. I will not be putting it more. I will not be putting more comments or some additional words or paragraphs in your paper. So yun lang, PDF na lang, okay na. Para safe yung work niyo. Okay, so I think that's it. So thank you, everyone. I hope you'll be able to write your research proposal well. And please, if you have some questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to contact me. You can email me, or you can send me a message through Facebook, Horizon Alvarez Padilla. And I have actually watched the discussions and reporting, the presentations, video presentations, and I thought that they are already elaborate enough, and they were able to do, or actually you were able to do great jobs in your paper, in your presentations. So I think those are already enough discussions for every lesson. Okay, even you have even given more than what is expected. So kudos and congratulations to everybody. So kung may mga questions pa kayo in relation siguro sa mga requirements, I have actually given you the list of the course requirements that I will be requiring from everybody, and those are my basis in computing your grades. So let's just stick to our deadline so that I can also submit your grades on time. I think I'm not asking too much man din. So I hope you will also be able to submit your outputs, okay, on the dates that we have specified. Okay, So should there be some more questions, clarifications, please don't hesitate to send me a message, okay? So I think that's it for this presentation. God bless everyone.